I'm Nyesha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Glad to be back. I'm telling you, I had a wonderful weekend. I just want to let you know about one announcement I want to do. You know, I'm always talking about MCC on Main, okay? And I ought to audition on this one. Tick Tick Boom. It's an improv comedy. So check it out. I like comedy, and that's over in Manchester, Connecticut. But for more information, you can give a call to 860-647-6030. Well, on with my guest. Oh my gosh, he is a fabulous gentleman. Met him through a good friend of mine. And I'd like to welcome Mr. Willie Broadie.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, how are you today?
Good.
All right. All right.
Excuse me. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about about yourself, really?
Well, my name is Willie Broadie. I do a little acting, do a little martial arts. Retired professional boxer, personal trainer, love working with kids. Oh man, it's just so many things.
Yeah.
As we go along and we talk, I'll tell you more.
But you were in Diamond and Rough, or were you security there, or
no?
What was your role in there?
Well, I did a little both. I played a role in Diamond Rough. I had a part in it. I was one of the Hitchmans, working alongside Fredro and Felicia Snoop Pearson. When we went to go rob the bank and had the shootout and stuff like that, I was one of the bad guys that he called into town, and he needed, wanted to get the crime done, so he called in the bad guys. So I came in to help him out with that, and then also along. When I wasn't filming, I was doing the security on there, you know what I mean, as his personal security and security for the whole team. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And also they took Diamond in the Rough, Diamond Rough.
Yes,
excuse me.
Yes, Diamond Rough.
Over to New York.
Yes.
And you went there?
Yes, for the Harlem Book Fair.
Yeah, I missed that one.
It was amazing. It was amazing. A lot of great turnouts, a lot of support, People love the film, and it's on its way.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean, Joe
Young is a wonderful man.
He's done some amazing things. I mean, I met Joe back in '88. Yeah, we started back with the Joe Picture This show.
Yeah.
So I've been around him and known him for a long time, and I've paid my dues and tried to, do what I had to do, and constantly did classes and did some work and everything. I'm here.
Well, yes, you are here. You also were in The New Yorkers. That was a film that was in 2003. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
New Yorkers.
Yeah, The New Yorkers.
Wow. You did some research, huh?
Yeah.
New Yorkers was it's funny, it was a Turkish film. It was a Turkish film that was filmed in New York.
Okay.
And so I never went to Turkey, but they did, it was a good thing and it was a bad thing, because the producer, what he did, I loved the film. It was good. I wish I would have had some footage here for you, but I once again played a bad guy. But it was more like a comedy, because what it was, I saw the limousine parked it was at the gas station, and I had my sidekick, which the comedy part of it is we supposed to be gangsters, but my sidekick is gay. And we go and we rob banks and stuff. You know what I mean?
I gotta get that movie though.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. So we robbed the limousine. We took the limo. We didn't know there was a millionaire Turkish guy in there.
Oh wow!
And so we held him for ransom, and that was basically the gist of it. But we was so non-smart criminals that they gave us a bunch of counterfeit cash. And we thought we was rich.
Oh my goodness.
And we went and had a little splurge. We went to the bars, went to eat out until we got caught. And it was amazing. It was amazing, yeah. But what the sad part about it is, I don't know how well the film did, because the producer took all this stuff and left from New York and went back to Turkey.
Oh no!
And never heard of him again.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's something. And you were also in Marcy X. Am I correct about that?
Marcy X, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and Men in Black too.
Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, Lisa Kudrow, huh?
But those, I just did some little extra stuff in those. Yeah, that was it. But it was an experience. It was an experience just to be around Lisa Kudrow and Damian Wayans and these guys, and to see that, see how they work. It was quite an experience.
And the set, how they do the set too, is real interesting.
Yeah.
Working with a lot of people there. Oh my goodness. So you're gonna be doing any more roles in the future? I know you're looking gonna be looking to get more roles.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm definitely trying to. Well, hopefully I could continue this whole acting thing and take it to the limit. But I'm always looking for different roles. Whatever comes up, I'm open for just about anything.
Oh, okay.
So there's a couple things that I'm looking at, but I don't want to jinx it.
So no, don't jinx it. No, but I hope you get it. I want you to get it. You got my support. If I know anybody, I'll put a word out there. I just want to ask you, how was it working with Fragile Star?
It's I would have to say it's amazing, because the guy's an incredible talent. He's an incredible talent. For his a rap artist and an actor. He's an incredible talent. Working with him side by side, you get to know people inside and out. So the things that the media sees, or people that don't know a lot of celebrities and stuff, what they see is different from what you experience when you with the person side by side. Same thing with Joe. There's people that, millions of people say, oh yeah, I know Joe, but do they really know who Joe is? You know what I mean? So, and the same thing with you and I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people that know you, but everybody knows people in a different way. Like, you're not going to talk to your school teacher the way you would talk to your cousin. You're not going to talk to your mom the way that you would talk to your sister.
Right.
So, and each individual knows a person in a whole different way. But it was an experience. It was an experience, because I met Fredro with Onyx back in '93. I ended up weaving my way into the Shifty video, because matter of fact, I was going to acting classes in New York at that time, and I saw them doing I thought it was a film that they was making, so I kind of ran over there to see it, try to jump in there. So, and then I realized it was a video. Now, I didn't know who Onyx was. So I just ended up placing myself in there. Then the guy direct was like, hey, I need you to stand over there.
Oh, that's good.
Take your shirt off and go over here.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm in there.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah, that was that. And then some years later, after that, I think probably about '95, they came and did a show in Hartford. Then I met him again, and then I think in 2000, Fredro came back to Hartford, and I met him through that again.
Oh, wow.
Through some different friends and stuff. And so we just kept that relationship like that. And then when we did the film with Joe, that was just a blessing for me.
Wow.
Because I had the opportunity to work with tons of stars. And,
Neo.
The
Gambles. All-Star, Smooth, Active Seville. Oh my goodness. You got a whole lot there.
But I'm telling you, what was exciting to me though, it was, I really was nervous when I had OJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when OJ came here, it was it was nerve-wracking because that's when everybody had their little picket signs. They didn't want OJ here, but it kind of showed me something. My opinion was there's no way in the world this man could commit that particular crime knowing that he could barely walk. I'm really looking at him, he can barely walk.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. I mean, the streets loved OJ. You know what I mean? Because we went to the clubs and they showed him a lot of support.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that was something with OJ.
Yeah, we went to the mall and everything. Wow. So it was that was an experience because it was a different type of experience than working with, say, Onyx, because you know what you're getting into with those guys. They're all hyper. You like, oh my God, okay, we about to fight tonight. So, you know what I mean? But with OJ, now you go from we're about to fight tonight. Well, oh man, these people gonna try to kill us. So you gotta be careful. And then you go to Freddie Jackson, and where it's laid back, and you know what I mean. He's cool. He's laid back, and it's just fun. So I just love working with people. I just love being around people. Yeah,
it's good to be a people person too.
Yeah,
yeah. I love your motto. Your motto is honest and loyalty. That's what you live for.
That's it. That's the rule I live by. Because without those two things, I mean, what do you have?
Right.
I mean, even if you are a billionaire, you have all the money in the world. These guys, a lot of these people are the most miserable people in the world, because now you don't know who to trust. You don't know who's honest to you. It's hard for you to be in a relationship because, okay, is she just being with me just because I got money? You know what I mean? So you don't know who to count on. But if you're dealing with somebody, you know that they have the loyalty and trust, you got to stay with them, because that's all it is. Wow. Because with those two things, if you don't have money, you can still have love and loyalty and trust. That's just how I look at it.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. Also, you do a little bit of, you work at a club. I'm not going to name any club.
Yeah.
So, and you're a bouncer. So that runs in the role of your boxing and the jiu-jitsu that you do, and which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's a different. Every situation is a little different, because when you're on tour and when I'm working with doing a personal bodyguard with different individuals, it is a whole totally different job than being a bouncer at a club. Okay. Because one, it's an individual type of job, and then plus it's a personal situation. It's to me, I don't think it's as dangerous, because you already know the clients that you're dealing with, and you know the places that you're going.
Right.
Inside of a club, it's too many personalities. Too many personalities. Then too many different things that you're looking for, because you're dealing with a group of people that now you got to count on people to watch your back. Because if you got dealing with these people that's drinking and smoking and doing all this stuff, and the lights are dim, it's dark in there, you know what I mean? But when we doing personal bodyguard work, I'm going somewhere, say I'm with you, we walking downtown, and it's light. I know my surroundings. I'm looking around. I keep my head on the swivel. But in a club, you got to rely on the person that's at the front door to make sure they pat down people, not letting weapons in. Then you got to make sure that your other co-workers is gonna be right there with you, because now you know that if something happened, it's dark. So you got to count on people that's got your back. Versus when you're doing the personal bodyguard work, I mean,
that should be fun. Do you think that's
it is a lot of fun. That's why I love the tour. I love the tour. Not only that, the excitement of just working with different artists, but to be able to experience the world, to see different things. And it's quite amazing, because a lot of human nature things exist all over the world. It is what it is. Man versus woman. Same concept everywhere you go. And just to experience and see so many different cultures, the way things work, the law, different laws, the way people eat, what people eat. It's very interesting.
Wow, wow, my goodness. Who were you bodyguarding for? Who were you bodyguarding for? Can you say?
When? I mean,
like, you know, in the past.
Oh gosh.
Just one or two people. Just offhand.
Oh God, a lot of the groups from the '90s, Lords of the Underground, Onyx. Oh gosh, Freddie Jackson.
Okay.
So
I know he was Freddie Jackson. He was at the casino. So do you do any, you know, casino stuff?
When they'll come to town, if they don't have someone that's traveling with them, they'll give me a call, and I keep communication with them. But I mean, it's been just so many people that I've worked with, young and old. So I've been blessed with that part, to be able to be blessed, to be able to work, for them to have enough confidence in me to trust me enough to say, okay, well, this guy can protect me.
Well, we'll be right back with Mr. Willie Broadie.
Hi, I'm Janice Fleming, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
At Hartford Public Schools, we care about one thing above all: the future of our kids. That's why we're dedicated to providing all students with the knowledge and skills needed in the new global culture. Hartford Public Schools is thriving. More student success stories, more world-class facilities, more university and corporate partnerships, more amazing talent coming and staying in Hartford. This is how education is supposed to work. Welcome to Hartford Public Schools, where the future is present.
Hi again, and welcome. I'm here with Mr. Willie Broadie, all right? And he's a very, very busy guy. He's been busy lately, actually bodyguarding for various actors and everything else, I'm telling you. Also been in Diamond Rough, as you've heard in our first part. And now what I'm going to talk to him about is his boxing career. You know, he's doing boxing and everything else like that, and, you know, just showing mentorship for young kids. And I think that's very important. So can you tell me why you really you like mentoring, you know, teenagers?
Well, I love working with a lot of teenage boys, because to me that's an easy target for me, because the teenage boys, everybody want to be tough. All the kids want to know how to fight. They want to be able to get girls. Remember, we was teenagers before, so that's one of the things in life cycle that doesn't change. That's why when we have our kids, we tell them, say, listen, I've been your age. You've never been mine, because it doesn't change. We're still going to do that same cycle. You want to try, you like a little girl, you want to sneak and talk on the phone. You want to try to sneak out the house. So same little thing. Oh, mommy, I want to go to a party. My boys is gonna be there, knowing it's a little girl. So the same scenario is the same stuff we did. So what I do to get through to them, because everybody, the problem is when I was raised up, it's the true fact that, how they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, it does.
So nobody's going to do it on his own. But what happens now versus when we was growing up, you and I could be out on the street doing something. The neighbor will say, boy, you know, y'all shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to tell your mother, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're going on in the house. But now, these kids now, yeah, they're gonna curse you out. They're going to want to fight you. And then they're going to go tell their parents. And then their parents going to come and, hey, who are you telling my child to do this? You're not my child. Don't do this. So that's why we in this cycle that we're in now. So it has to be a way that we get through to the kids. And through working at the residentials and stuff, I utilize what I've done. I'll show my little videos, because You know, even with Onyx and a lot of their hard rap groups that I work with, one of the things I try to break down to these kids, I say, listen, I've worked with these guys here, these guys. I've been around this gangster. But now let me tell you this here. You buying their records. These guys are still making records. If they really were that gangster and those killers that they're saying on the records, they would be locked up in jail. But they're not. It's entertainment that they're doing.
Right.
So I break it down to them, let them understand that all these guys, they rent cars. You know what I mean? They don't have this. They don't have this. It's called entertainment. That's what the world is. So you are the one that's locked up. You're the one that's going to jail because you're listening to their records and they're getting paid off of it, and they're not in jail. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to think outside of the box and don't get caught up in that cycle. So, and I utilize that through the boxing and through in the fight because, like I say, all the kids want to be tough. They want to. So through martial arts, it has made me so disciplined. So once you really start teaching these kids and understanding that, yes, you ain't afraid of nobody. You ain't scared of nobody. You got a big heart. But a big heart to get you killed. Because just like if you know the fire burn, but you ain't afraid to get burned, you're going to get burned. You're going to get burned bad. So you have to think outside of what you're doing and think rationally. What's the purpose of it? There's many times that, not many times, there was a couple occasions that I've talked to the guys at the club when I was doing the bouncing, and we had a little altercation, and then I stop and I say, you know what, man, listen to this. If this continue, and either I do something to you or you do something to me, just think, what really was the purpose for that? You know what I mean? Now, I'm dead or in jail, or you dead or in jail, for what? Because you said something and I said something, and now we get into it, and now we got to end our lives like that. It makes no sense. So we have to stop this at some point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now it's just getting too ridiculous. I mean, look at the games that these kids are playing.
Oh my gosh, that's smart too.
The fire challenge, the cinnamon challenge. What is going on? I mean, all these things that you're doing that putting your life on the line. I mean, that's just crazy. I wow.
I don't think some of these kids have any discipline. You know, some of them. No, I'm not saying everybody, but some, you know.
Well, discipline is not the answer to what they're doing. Discipline has nothing to do with the fire challenge. You know what I mean? Who pours alcohol on their body and lights themselves on fire while they're in the shower to try to rinse it off real quick? I mean, that's crazy. And then, you know, the cinnamon challenge. You can't.
Oh, that's cinnamon. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can't swallow cinnamon. They have so many other different type of challenge. Oh, what was the other one? The pass out challenge. Oh yeah. You hold your take 20 deep breaths. Hold your breath until you pass out. And
so now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember the cinnamon one.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know about that one that you be burning yourself. In
the The fire challenge.
Wow, that's crazy.
You pour the rubbing alcohol on your body, and you take a little lighter and you light it.
So what's the point? To burn yourself up?
This is what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah. So it's nothing to do with discipline. Yeah. This is just.
They should be thinking.
I don't know what their mindset is now. I just don't. I'm lost.
So am I now.
I mean, so it's really, really, really wild.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys don't be doing all that out there. Can you tell me a little about the song "Make 'Em Pay"?
No. Make 'Em Pay is an artist.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's an artist. He's an artist that
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. that Fredro had seen when he was in Connecticut or somewhere. I don't want to get too much into that
Okay.
because I'm not too familiar with that whole story. But what
okay.
happened was I met Make 'Em Pay at a show, but then I know Fredro and the Onyx ended up putting him on one of their songs. So when I met with him a few months ago, he needed some direction. So he wanted me to start managing him. So I was like, okay, yeah, I could do that. I definitely love to do that. And that's how that came about.
Yeah,
You know
sorry
what
to
I
get
mean?
off
So-
track there.
Yeah,
But
no,
that's
no.
okay.
It's-
We go
it's
back
quite
on
okay.
the,
It's quite okay. Yeah.
Actually, you got a couple of, tell me about the boxing, when we were doing boxing, the difference. 'Cause I know that you had to do a lot of discipline for that too.
The difference between, okay, well, I started boxing in 88. I always was like, call myself, well, actually, I'm going to tell you how it started with the boxing thing. Because I wasn't raised up here. I was raised up down south in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Chirrut, South Carolina, actually the same town where Diz Gillespie is from. Yeah. So what happens is, not that I was a bully or nothing, but I always was a pretty popular fighter in school. But what happened was, there was a guy from Baltimore. He came, I guess he was a boxer in Baltimore. So he came, he started going to school at the school I was going to. I saw him, kept hitting this guy with a 1-2, a bigger guy. I'm like, wow, man, I've never seen no stuff like that before. Then they told me, oh yeah, he's a boxer. So the moment I moved up here in 88, I was like, man, you know what? I want to do some boxing. And that's how that started. Then, but what happened was, I didn't really stick with it the way that I should because I started trying to do too many things at once. I started boxing, started playing semi-pro football, started doing the acting. That's when I was doing the Joe Picture This show. So we doing all these things all at once. So then I slow it down. Then I started doing the martial arts. So all these things I'm trying to do at once.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work out. So like in '95, I started really taking the boxing serious. So then in '97, then I went to the Nationals through the Golden Gloves to the Golden Glove Nationals. And then in 2000, I turned pro. And I did that for about four or 5 years until I realized that the boxing game is a very it is a very shady business. You have to be very, very careful. If you don't have the right management and right people around you, you'll end up getting hurt or really messed up far as with money-wise and everything. So what happened was I started realizing that, wait a minute, why am I fighting this guy here? Because how it really originally started, my very first fight, my debut fight, as I'm going to, never fought before, was on television, and I fought a guy that already had 11 fights.
Oh.
So I fought him. We went the distance. He won a decision. So now, ever since after that, nobody's going to fight me now that's brand new. Because they're like, wait a minute, he just fought the guy that had 11 fights. And he done fought on TV, so his experience, he's not a brand new guy no more. So then they start trying to put me in there with guys that was up and coming already. So I'm like, nah, this is nonsense. You're not going to turn me into an opponent. So I got out of that and just started back really getting serious about the martial arts and stuff. And really, but at the same time, I was still doing the whole security and the bodyguard and all that stuff. I don't know if you remember the local group Room Service.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Started with them in '88. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
I tell you, we could talk on and on.
Oh
about this.
yeah, I like the room service. I think I might know this gentleman that's in room service. I don't want to say his name.
Yeah. You know.
Oh my goodness
You know a couple
gracious.
of.
Yeah. We were also talking about health, a little bit about
Okay.
eating right.
Yes.
And that comes in through your martial arts and everything else that you do. And we were talking about losing weight, the stomach, because every woman has a problem with their stomach, right? So tell them what you just told me, you know, just in case anybody's wondering about how to do that?
Well, it's just everybody thinks that, okay, you can starve yourself and you're going to lose weight. Well, you're not. The less you eat, the more you're going to gain weight. The more you eat, the more you're going to lose weight. I mean, it goes way back to the fact. You remember when we was in high school and that little skinny kid eat all day long, constantly.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, man, he can't gain. You don't gain no weight. Why he don't gain no weight? Because he's doing what our body is supposed to do. We're supposed to be feeding our body, constantly feeding it, so our body is working for us, not against us. When we don't eat, our body's working against us because it's going to attack our lean muscle and take that and store it away as fat.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. And also, it's very good to be disciplined in no matter what you're doing, because you're going to have a lot of distractions. I know you have. So how do you deal with that? Well,
like I say, discipline is the key, because discipline is going to get you out of a lot of situations and avoid a lot of situations, because you're going to see it and you're not going to fall and get caught up into a lot of different things. It's one of the number one things. You really, really need the discipline. And you need to surround yourself with positive people. That's a part of discipline, because I've been around so many positive people all my life. When I'm with these different groups and stuff like that smoke, drink, and all that, I don't have a problem with it, because it's not in me at all to do any of that. So you cannot persuade me to do it, because I have enough discipline not to get caught up in that. You know what I mean?
Good point.
So, yes.
Okay, and lastly, what is your goal that you want to really achieve in life?
Oh, it's so many. It's so many, because right now, it's sad, but I need to really start kind of working on me, because my whole life has been allowing me to, whatever I get or whatever I can do, it's about for other people.
Yeah.
One of my goals is to make sure that my mom and my kids are good. That's number one, and then I'll come in and do what I got to do. But I just want to make sure my family, and especially those three. I have 2 kids. My mom. Those. That's it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for coming on, Make It Happen, and it's a pleasure. I hope to be meeting you and talking to you again.
I thank you for having me, because now there's a lot of stuff that I left out. You know what I mean? Oh, yes. There's a lot. I mean, I couldn't say it all, but...
we got more time on us.
Yeah, there's a lot, though.
Yeah.
Especially about the way society is, the kids,
yeah, definitely.
And so much has changed now, man. It's just... I don't even want to get into that, because then we'll the show will blow up, because what'll happen is it's like, man, I can't believe they talked about that.
Yeah, we will definitely again. Yeah. But again, thank you for joining me on Make It Happen.
Yes. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And don't forget, everyone, to watch it, like it, and share it. So see you next time.